Okay, we're finally on the present day, or present year. It might be 2023 when this comes out, so most recent one. Yeah, I decorated it. Really into paint pens, decorating stuff. Nothing at the back. Into this, 2022. Shoot. I didn't label these prompts, so I'm just gonna go off what I remember. And yeah, let's just hop into it. If I struggle, I'll look up the prompt list, but at the moment, let's just go. Oh, here it is. Sorry. I forgot I did that. So yeah, I gave myself some tips and advice before starting to help it less stressful. Do the words have other meaning? What thoughts come with the word? It's just to play off double meanings or more than one meaning if I'm stuck. You don't have to thumbnail, but do more than one sketch to start off, so I don't jump into the first one. No fan art. The reason I said no fan art is so I could experiment more with original thoughts instead of just, I don't know, like people would jump on fan art saying, oh my god, so good, so good, and the others will get ignored because it's fan art, you know? People like that, whether it's good or bad, and it's hard to tell. Fine liner pens only. I didn't stick with that. I did deviate to more wider, maybe like wider pens, but the theme was ink pens. Keep in mind you have to do one prompt a day. Take too long, you will fall behind. If you rush, it will look half-assed. Decent. Challenge yourself, but it's more important to have fun. That's a big one because, you know, if you're not having fun, what's the point in doing anything? And yeah, I needed a break after this for sure. So these are the prompts. I might flip back to keep looking, but I'll put my hand here probably. This is for gargoyle. I just did some sketches testing out some poses I like, but as you can see, I really like the side view. Oh, these are just some ideas if I got stuck. And that's for the next page, Scurry. You can probably kind of see what I was heading for. But this is gargoyle. Not so side, but yeah, I think I started strong. Except that bird, though. But yeah, it's fine. It's a good one. Now this was Scurry, as the previous page. Did some mouses and a fairy sitting on top. Cute. Yeah, had to get some references for these because animals are not my strong suit. Number 3 was bat and number 4 was scallop. I wanted to do a vampire chick for bat. Scallop was a pain. I think I redid that. See the bloody catfish king at the bottom? I kind of wanted to do that. See, that's my vampire lady. Not, probably one of my least favorite, if I remember. She's not bad, she's just not, she's just probably one of the lesser ones I like. As you can see, flame. Ideas for flame and ideas for bouquet. Yeah, so this was my first attempt for scallop. I wanted like a coral castle with a scallop for a door. You can see I put an X at the bottom. I went, nah. I didn't like it. It's not so bad looking back now, but at the time, I didn't like it. I mean, that's a common thing with me now. It used to be, I draw something, I loved it, and then as time went on, I hated it. Nowadays, it's me being harsh, too harsh right off the bat, and then liking it maybe after my eyes have stopped looking at it for a while. So that's my trend at the moment. Kind of sucks. This was for Flame. Dude, robot, trying to read and with a candle on his head. Pretty cute. Lots of time hatching it that way and this way. Yeah, this was Bouquet. Took my time with the flowers. I've always drawn roses like that. I think I got a little bit better at drawing roses with this. I usually draw them maybe more like that one there. Just very one-dimensional. But yes, back to my homage of Big Eye Girl, big hair. This was my redo for Scallop, which I like way better. It's like a tattoo / logo design. It's nice. I like it. It's clean. Yeah, that was Scallop redo. Trip. I guess that's the next one coming up. You can see a little foreshadowing here again. Match. Nest. Yeah, I'm not so sure about this. I just thought it was really busy, but it's okay. Someone commented on this saying, I love the rain, and there was no rain in the pic. It's just how I cross-hatched the sky. I can see where he came from. So, this is Match. It was inspired by the little Match girl, which I remember being a very sad Hans Christian Andersen tale. But I really like this. I remember thinking, oh, that's my favorite so far when I got to this. I like it. This is Nest, I think, I assume. Hold on, let's just... Nest. Right. I really like this one. My husband found it a bit creepy. He thought it looked like it was made of human hair. And I can see that, but I really love the texture of it, how it weaves in. Yeah, I really love it. There's so much, like, paint here. Like, trying to redo some bees and stuff. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, see on the camera. But yeah, I really like that. Come on. Crabby and Eagle coming up. This is a cute one. It's like a mimic, but for the ocean. It's like, I got a key. I thought that was nice. Like, when you look up crab chest, it's like people using the chest as its back or something. I didn't see one that used it as the actual body. So I was proud of myself for thinking of that. Now, this was my first eagle. I did a robot take. Was not fond of it. I just thought it was lacking shading or something in the wings, and it doesn't look so bad now, but I hated it when I first did it. Hated it. So yeah, I redid that one. You'll probably see soon. Forgetting Kind coming up. It's a nice little refresh of what's coming, so I don't have to continuously There's Empty and Armadillo. This was Forget. This is kind of like a self-portrait. Me forgetting the shopping list, which has happened a little handful of times. So it was more just venting. I believe this is Kind. He's just giving the poor kids some muffins, cupcakes, ever present in these. It's always a cupcake in these collections. Now this was my redo of the eagle, which is superior in my opinion. It's like the octopus, you're like, just do something simple. Nice and clean. Looks a bit more like a vulture than an eagle maybe, but I don't remember what an eagle looks like. I like it. I think this was Empty. I wanted to redo this because I thought it was just too simple. But I don't know, I just thought I got a better idea, but I'm not going to be able to execute it without falling behind. So I just thought, no, just put that. Now this is Armadillo. Of that I am certain. It's an armadillo riding a desert tortoise into battle. An armadillo, I think that was the joke I had in mind. Yeah, it's cute. Eyes are not really that straight. And the same with the tortoise, I think. But it's cute altogether. Oh, bloody. Foul, salty coming up. See what I chose. Right. This was for foul. And I thought I could do like a fowl as in a bird, or I can do fowl as in something gross. And because I like drawing cakes so much, I thought, what about a gross looking cake? And so I started drawing this. I spent ages putting that detail of just stuff in there. And I found out or realized that on this day of the prompt was my husband's birthday. So it like turned into a birthday cake for him, really. I just find that so funny how that just lined up unintentionally. But yeah, it's like, I'm not a big fond of it. So I'm not a big fan of it, sorry. Because it's just such a mess to look at. Like, I took a lot of inspiration from Junji Ito's work, the horror manga artist. It's just, it's not as bad as I remember, but that's just a mess. There's so much to take in for the eyes. It's overly detailed. Yep. This was Salty. A seagull chomping on some chips. Seagulls are absolute mobsters when it comes to chips. They jump on you. I thought that was... It's simple, but I thought it was a bit clever or funny. Don't know why it's turning red there. Scrape and ponytail. As like a little princess or a girl dressed up as a princess and she's hurt her knee. Scrape. I thought it was kind of cute. For some reason I've noticed I like drawing kids in distress. I don't know what's up with me with that, but I notice I like putting kids in dangerous situations. Don't know why. I think it just, I don't know, makes the viewer feel uncomfortable, which is something, I don't know. Oh, I really like this one. I like the texture of her hair. It's like the nest before. I just like that texture. Probably one of my favorites in the book. Now I got Bluff and Bad Dog coming up. This is like a little monster with a mask going, "I am fine," but he's clearly crying. It's like two rabbits in love here. I don't remember what brought on this idea. I just thought if I made it creative, it would make up for the fact that I have a lack of idea. That doesn't make sense, but I think that's kind of what goes through my head. Like, I didn't have much for it, so I just thought if I, did up the premise, I think. This was Bad Dog. This was the first one I did. I got not even halfway. I did a chunk of him and I decided, no, I hate this. I'm gonna go do something else. And I kept coming back to this one saying, oh, it's not so bad. And then I kept filling it in and going, nah, hate it. And then go on to something else. And then hating that one and then coming back going, oh, it's not so bad. And then just, it was a continuous cycle. I know that's not where ribs go, but, it's a fantasy dog. It doesn't care. It doesn't matter. Yeah, this was me trying to make another one. I tried to do that effect I did with Vessel a year ago. I wanted that kind of effect. Then I realized I wasn't using ink, so I didn't know how I was going to execute that. Heist and Booger coming up. Booger. You can see I almost did like a kind of Gru kind of meme. It's like I sit on the toilet kind of thing. But I did it with a gnome because it's a South Park reference. Underpants gnomes. I was going to do that with an underpants gnome in a Gru context. I thought, nah, that'd be weird. And I did say no fan art. So yeah, I ditched that idea, but it would have been. Now this is Heist. You got a very sneaky thief, and the Mona Lisa is calling the cops on him. Has he's sweating bullets. Le exit. I quite like this one here. She's using a funnel to just play a prank on her friend who's blowing bubbles through his nose. I don't know how I got this idea, but I like it. He's just so dumb. Very tempting. Oh, this kind of pays homage to a picture I did once. It was like a fairy who's friends with Venus flytraps. Not a huge fan of it. I did struggle trying to hone it and tidy it up, if you can call it tidied up, but It's okay, but definitely not one of my favorites. I like this one. See what I mean about drawing kids in questionable predicaments? This is tempting, I think it was. And my husband looked at this, he goes, "The prompt is tempting." "That is not tempting." I said, "Just pretend she really wants the teddy bear, okay? Maybe she's not too smart, I don't know, but it's tempting, okay? You're not in her shoes. Shut up." But, yeah. I really like it. I like how it goes all the way to the bottom of the page. It's Ego. I struggled with this one, I remember. I don't know how many times I drew it. Maybe once. See, it was the girl looking in a mirror, guy on the throne, dude with a huge top hat, and I think I led into that. Yeah, it's the ringmaster with a top hat. There was a similar character in D&D, in the D&D play game I'm involved with. I have one problem with this picture, and it's that the light source doesn't like continue smoothly here, going behind him. It's like it's here, but it's coming down here, and it doesn't quite line up. And I saw that before I posted it, but I was not in the mood to do it, or I was running low on time. There's a snack and camping coming up. I was gonna rip these thumbnail sketch page out before I did this, but I forgot to do that, and now I'm kind of glad I kept it in because it kind of shows my little thought process. This is probably my favorite. He's got a robot with a jack-o'-lantern head, or a haunted machine. He's just got a bag full of sweets. He's so cute. I love him. Definitely one of my favorites. Now this one I remember not taking long to do. Someone on Reddit really loved it, saying they wanted it framed and stuff. But yeah, it was just a simple prompt, and I like it now. But at the time, I just thought I spent so less a time on it that I didn't think it was worthy of anything. But it was possible, so I posted it, and now I'm like, oh, it's actually really decent. Not a big fan. I kind of wish I cut the smoke off. Oh, I don't know. I'm just nitpicking needlessly. Uh-oh, and yeah. Coming up. So, uh-oh is a mad scientist, because I love mad scientists, dealing with his cats knocking over his experiments. Kind of wish I brought his hairline down a bit lower, but it's decent. Decent enough. No yeah, no meh. It's just meh. It's just eh. And this is gear. I like this. My husband likes this, of course. There's like a bounty hunter. He's got the Australian cork hat. Fly swatters, I think they're called. And he's kind of got a BXR looking inspired gun. Didn't care too much of what kind of gun it was. It's a fantasy gun. It's a sci-fi. I love bounty hunters. Okay, I think the last two are coming up. Yes, let's see. Oh, this was farm the first time. I really wanted to do this elaborate ghost walking through a pumpkin patch, got a scarecrow and a barn in the background, but It was just taking so long. Like, you wouldn't think that. But by the time I got to these front pumpkins, I kept missing lines, and I thought, I don't think I'm going to make this. So I had to ditch it. It wasn't going well anyway. I was struggling with the lines. I don't know what was going on. I was stressed about something. But yeah, I ditched that. Wait a minute. Oh, so this... I thought this was the last one. No, was it? Oh. Okay. Before I go on a tangent or get distracted. Pretty sure this is Farm. Yes. Wasn't crazy about that. I know this was the last one I did. And I rushed it, and I wasn't crazy about it. I don't mind it too much now. It's a trend with me. But I didn't think I finished on a high note, and I was annoyed about that. But, you know, it was over. Now, to go to what I realized... Hold on. Let's go back a bit, because I think I realized something. Farm... Oh, no. Oh, okay. This is the mistake I made just then. This is all Farm. I just thought the prompt was Halloween, and I read that like it was a separate prompt, but that was me saying it needs to be Halloween related. Okay, I was really worried I skipped a prompt there, but it's okay. Thank God. Oh my God, what a roller coaster. Oh yeah, this, I wanted some ideas to draw a sketchbook. So, there's Inktober 52, which means you get one prompt every week of the year. So I grabbed, the prompt for week 46, which is what I was on, and it was shop. So I, did, little thumbnails. And this is what it turned out to be. Very detailed. I wanted to cover the whole page because I was against doing that the past book. And I see it's effective because I like it now when the border cuts off. I think it's better. But oh my God, that detail. I don't know if you can see, but I spent so long drawing that grass. So in a way I did finish on a high note, but it was much later. Oh, and I tried drawing this dude. This was a dude I ditched. I actually don't know why, because looking at it I think it's quite cute. So now I'm... Aww. I don't know what it is with me. I think I just expect it to be good straight away, and if it's not, I bail on it. It's an unhealthy habit I have at the moment. It's something I gotta get over soon, hopefully. I don't know why. I know there's nothing past this point, really, except scribbles and rubbish. Yeah. But yeah. That was Inktober 2022. So out of the past 3 I have visited, I think that they're all good in their own way, but I don't think this one was my favorite, unfortunately. Well, it's about experimentation, so it shouldn't be too hard, but I don't know. They're all good in their own way, but I can't decide which one I like the most. I did like the colors and the watercolors. Yeah, really. Maybe I'll go back to that one day. But, you know, it's good to experiment. Anyway, finally up to date with the Inktober now I gotta try and get the sketchbook tours out of the way. Hopefully that'll happen soonish, but you know, at least one step at a time. So, thank you for watching if you're still around, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye!